Hey there, Disney fans, get your carts racing and your keyblades rumbling. It's time for some rumble racing. Yeah, I know, bad Crazy Taxi impersonation, but you get the idea. Hey everybody, this is Double RPG, and welcome to another episode of Double RPG Let's Play with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the PSP. In this episode, we are going into the Rumble Racing minigame, which is its own variation of Mario Kart. Then we're going to finish up Disney World and move on to the next world, which will be Olympus Coliseum. So anyway, here we go. So, right now, as you can see, we are going to play Rumble Racing, and as you can tell by the controls, we have the X button to accelerate, the square button to brake, the circle button to skid charge, and the triangle button for barrier. So, you can think of the skid charge as your main attack, and in this game, you can take shortcuts, and you can take all sorts of things to try to get your way into first place, and sometimes there will be traps that you need to get past in order for them to work properly, and most of the time they are pretty much unforgiving. So use your advantage. Use the shortcuts to your advantage, and watch out for the traps like the tornadoes there, and just do everything you can in your power to try to get in first place, which isn't an easy task, but hey, at least you'll make it there somehow. And now, for one of the things you want to do when you're trying to make sharp curves like that is you want to hold both the square and the X button, and you'll make really sharp turns. And that way, it can help you move a little bit faster, and you can hit some of those turns at full force a lot better. And you want to make sure when you see that danger sign beneath you, you want to make sure you want to put the barrier up at all times. And sometimes when you make turns like that, you will be tempted to lose some acceleration. That's one of the things I really didn't like about this minigame, is that some of the controls are pretty wonky, but it doesn't mean it's all that bad. I mean, it's still pretty challenging, to say the least. And, you know, since we're playing this game on beginner mode, you think that your opponents would be far behind you when you are in first place. I mean, it's kind of like in Mario Kart. When you're playing the 50cc Cup, most of the time, your opponents will always be right behind you at a very far distance, and you'll always end up in first most of the time. But in this one, they just seem like they're always right behind you, and they always use an advantage to get first. I mean, it's kind of like the 150cc Cup in Mario Kart. Always that unforgiving, but you get what I mean. And now we've completed Rumble Racing, and we just finished up in first. And I don't think we're going to get any... I think we do get a reward for this, but I think it's during the main... Oh, we actually do get a reward. We get a high potion. And now Peg Leg Pete is pretty mad because we won the race. Rule breaker. Oh, and Jim Cummings plays Pete in this game again, as he did in Kingdom Hearts 2. And in 358 Days Over 2.
Vote? What are you talking about?
And Tara is learning about the Dream Festival's most exemplary citizen, what was it called again? Oh, we'll find out. I can't remember. No votes, no prize. Yeah, you always know Pete. He has that very greedy personality. He doesn't really care about people too much. He only cares about himself.
Well, I got something out of it too. I learned that you don't always have to bend the rules to reach your goals. All this time, I've been staring into the darkness. But that doesn't mean I have to jump in.
You're learning more valuable lessons, Tara, but still. You're still being led towards darkness, but you're still not a bad character overall. Oh yeah, the Million Dreams Award, that's what it was, as Horace brought it up.
I hope it's the guy I voted for. I voted for him too. Uncle sure would be proud of us if we actually won. Yeah, and I bet Uncle Donald would be pretty surprised too.
And when Huey, Dewey, and Louie refer to Uncle Scrooge, that means he's their great uncle, as Donald is their uncle, and Scrooge is Donald's uncle. In case if some of you have been kind of confused about that, but still uncle nonetheless.
Just skip to the part where you say my name. This is a shoe-in.
And Captain Justice,
Very exciting.
that's his name?
This year, we have multiple winners. The Million Dreams Award goes to
Ventus, Aqua, and Terra
all
win the Million Dreams Award. Nicely
Are
done.
they here now?
What do you mean? No,
Oh boy, someone's mad.
there's gotta be a mistake. Everybody voted for Captain Justice. I made sure. Now go on, tell her. Better try the other one. The Rogue Racer, Captain.
There's more to it than just flashy get-ups there, Pete.
Pete, we counted the votes very carefully. Ventus, Aqua, and Terra won. Oh, Pete, I think you tried to do something good, but you were doing it for the wrong reasons, and you went about it the wrong way. Still, a couple of citizens must have thought you had goodness in you because you actually got a few votes. They knew you were looking out for them.
Big whoop. I don't need their lousy
Oh
votes.
boy,
Just cough up
you
my
just crossed the
prize.
line.
Pete! They voted for you because they believe in you and care about you. How could you look down on that? I've tried to forgive a lot of things you've done, but this is too much. Now you finally crossed the line.
Like that matters to me. Besides, what are you gonna do about it?
Huh, I'm going to let you cool off for a while. Guards!
Yep, it's the brooms from Fantasia. They are the guards of Disney Castle. Nice little reference there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're gonna cool off. But for some reason, that's not gonna work.
Let me go. Put me down. What?
And you'll see
No, you
why
can't.
after
No,
this
no,
scene.
no. Hey, easy. Ow.
Get out of here.
Now, shall we continue the ceremony?
Anyway, back with
three
the
winners, Ventus,
ceremony.
Aqua, and Terra. Please
I
come and
also
join
want to
me
point
on
out that
stage.
if you play as Terra, Ven, or Aqua, if you do the exact same thing where you play all three mini games and you explore the towns, I think you only have to do the mini games, but
Oh.
if you play as one of those three characters, they will be the ones who will come up to the stage, and they will each get different types of ice cream to eat. So, yeah, just a little added bonus.
Present the Million Dreams Award as a token of how much you matter to us. Congratulations!
Thanks.
And as an extra treat, we've created something special. An ice cream flavor just for you.
Rock Crunch ice cream.
Oh my,
You know,
wish I had my
if
own
that were
ice
actually an
cream
ice
flavor.
cream in real life, I would definitely dig that. Even though it looks like a popsicle, but yeah, I'd definitely crunch that. That'd be like a chocolatey type of ice cream. I mean, just the name, rock crunching ice cream. Wouldn't that sound like something like
What do you think?
chocolatey?
This is fantastic.
Oh, we're all very glad you're enjoying it.
But yeah, if Terra will get the popsicle type, while Ven will get like a dish of ice cream, and then Aqua will get like one of those.
Bust out of here and
I can't remember. What do they call those? Do they call those? I can't remember. I mean, once we get to our episode, I'll do a little more research and try to find the answer of what I was looking for. It's not a parfait. It's that type of ice cream where it's not dipped, but it's kind of swirled a little bit, but still the ice cream's kind of thick.
really? Oh, then you can count on me. Just get me out of here, and you can tell me what to do.
A very wise choice indeed.
Yeah, and that's Maleficent talking, and that's how Pete is going to get out and get on Maleficent's side.
With your help, soon
And I figured that he wouldn't stay there very long inside that prison, because,
be mine.
well, you know Pete, he's always bound to catch trouble, and he's always an evil dude, so there you go. Alright, we are now finally back in the lanes between, and we just completed Disney Castle, we unlocked its command board, and it's also going to notify us that there are many other minigames and attractions that we haven't even visited, or that we haven't even tried out, but I'm sure that we already completed all of them, but we'll have to see down the road. Well, I'll have to see down the road if there's more or not, but if there is, I'll report more back on the other episodes with the other characters. But now we are in the Olympus Coliseum, and now we have a younger Hercules trying to fight off against the Unversed. And as with any battle, we have to... with any world that we get into, most of the time we have to take down a barrage of Unversed. And here we have these flood... we have the Flood Unversed, but here are the bigger... it's kind of like the those Unversed that are really big, but this time they are armored, and they actually, if you try to attack them in the front, they will you will just ricochet your Keyblade off them, and you won't do any damage. So you want to make sure that you get them in the back. And we're now using Ventus's D-Link right now, and using that finish command right there, that air dive or whatever. That's usually a really good technique to use in case if you're fighting against some of the harder enemies. So, and we also have some of these. We also have the yellow pots, the yellow magic pots, and they give out lightning spells. So, yeah. So I think we now seen all three all three magic pot colors. So, yeah, we've seen fire, ice, and lightning. And as those Unversed were attacking me right there, I was using the Payback Fang after they pushed me off at a far distance. So using that technique will be very good. And we now finish the battle. Hooray for us. Wasn't that bad, but we got some abilities grinded. And hopefully, I think we also grinded a little bit, but I'm not fairly certain.
Thanks.
And we're now officially introduced to Hercules, who is now giving us a more proper,
You're pretty tough. You really handle those things. Are you here to enter the games?
meeting with us, as we couldn't talk to him much because he was being attacked. And he's letting us know about the games, and we're going to go there, we're going to get into some preliminary fights, and then we're going to get into the end battle. And there is Phil telling Hercules to get back with his training. So, but unfortunately, we're not going to get into the competition in this episode, as we're going to be getting into it in the next episode. But as you can see right now, we are now officially introduced to the Olympus Coliseum once again. But we're going to have to wait with that in the next episode. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end things off here. So next time on Double RPG Let's Play with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the PSP, we're going to be going into the Olympus Coliseum, and we're going to get into the preliminary matches and hopefully get into the main part of the game. So anyway, take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll catch you next time. See you guys then.